Hey Libra, Hippie Gypsy Reader, welcome back to my channel. We're going to do a mid-month check-in for July. It's already almost August, I know, but let's look real quick and see. I just felt called to do these for some reason. So take what fits, throw out the rest. If anything does not resonate, please don't try and force it into your world. All of your interaction, your subscribes, your likes, your follows, your comments, all of it helps me to attune and pick up on your situation, so maybe I can hopefully hone in on that on these general collective readings. If you're interested in the personal reading, they have been magical. If you've already reached out for one, thank you so much. I am honored and I am blown away at how much spirit has been coming through. It's incredible. I'm loving it. Thank you so much. All of your opportunities to be able to help guide you and get you read and find out what spirit has to say. It's been amazing. So thank you all so much. If you're curious about that, I do 20 minutes for 33 and an hour for 77. My books are pretty loose right now, so I'm not really strict on the time. I just see what comes out and we discuss it. 20 minutes will get us a question or two. An hour is thorough, and I do oracle and pendulum and all kinds of things. For the 20 minutes, we'll do questions and then see what else I can fit in. But I want to make sure that I leave you all in high spirits when I leave the conversation. So they do tend to go over a little bit. I am so grateful to each and every single one of you. I'm grateful for spirit for coming through for me. This has been magical. So without further ado, we're going to get started here in just a second. If you like the vibe, hit that subscribe button. That like button is a free way for us to connect energetically. It hopefully will help me pick up on a situation you are experiencing based on that connectivity, because these are general collective. We've got to take what fits and throw out the rest. All right, spirit guides, what does my collective need to know? What is going on with Libra? We're going to do Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements. Cross watchers, of course, are always welcome. Feel free to switch that energy around as needed. All right. Oh, you just fell on out, didn't you? Empress, 5 of Cups, and the Empress. Okay. Bit of sadness, despair, moving you to an energy of focusing on self-love. You got 7 of Wands coming in. This could have something to do with your mom. If you're having mom issues, for some of you, there's some sadness regarding you having to kind of stand up for your beliefs against your mom. For some of you, like you're getting into little arguments here and there. It's just this kind of them still asserting their way with you, but you just kind of being a little bit more defensive with your mom, which is very heartbreaking that you even have to do these conversations anymore, right? You're upset that this is even happening. For others of you, this is you just kind of coming out of a little bit of a funk and understanding that the sadness is there and you're trying to focus on the positive, but the negative is just a little bit overwhelming. And so you're being hyper vigilant about focusing on nourishing yourself and self-care, right? You're kind of pulling back and doing that retreat to self, okay? Very defensive, very guarded, very protective over this. All right, what else does my collective need to know? Please, Spirit and Guardians, thank you. Ooh, the Emperor. We have a divine pair with the 3 of Swords. Okay. We've taken a turn. So this may have something to do with your parents, or Emperor, Empress are having some issues, okay? This divine pair are elite level couple, right? You're the king of all kings, the queen of all queens. And again, there is no gender. There's never gender in Tarot. It's just energy. And we're all in our divine masculine. We're all in our divine feminine. It depends on the situation. It depends on what we're surrounded with. Okay. So PSA aside, the Emperor and Empress are sitting in between very defensive debates, lots of arguing, lots of standing up for what you believe no matter what. The sadness is over here with the Empress, and the heartbreak was over here with the Emperor. Okay. So this is not a fun time, either with your parents or yourself. This is not good. Okay, what else is going on? What does my Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus need to know? What else is going on, please, Spirit Guides and Guardians? What do they need to know here? Thank you. Thank you. 6 of Swords, moving on to calmer waters, right? You're processing this information and you're going to go heal from it, okay? You decided to pull away and go on a healing journey. Uh-oh, here's the Tower, here's the Justice. Justice and Tower. This might be a divorce, and it might be you guys like pulling away and deciding to call it quits for some of you. For the rest of you, the cause and effect of all of this debating and back and forth is causing you to have a complete and total rebuild moment, right? You're just tearing it all down. This is a big awakening, sudden insight to the situation of what is happening, right? They're causing and affecting you to want to just scrap it all and go off into calmer waters and go heal. Go leave everything behind, take your information, take what you've learned and move off and go on, right? Ooh, 5 of Wands at the bottom. Lots and lots of arguments, debating, right? Yep. Yes. The Hermit. The Hermit and the 6 of Swords. Gosh almighty, these keep coming out together a lot. These are very similar energies. The only difference is this individual here has their whole family with them. They've got people with them where they're going to go and heal, or it's your children, or, you know, whatever it is, whatever the case is. But this is about moving on to calmer waters, right? Releasing the baggage. You're going on a soul searching journey, right? This is a lot of independence, truth seeking through solitude. And it's not so much of isolation as it is a chosen solitude, right? The Fool card. Leap of faith towards a new beginning. The Hierophant. You're deeply committed to this new beginning. This old way of doing things is not working, okay? And you have made a major decision to get things balanced, whether it involves scrapping the whole thing to restart, moving off to calmer waters, digging down deep within to find out where you need to push off to this new direction, and being so deeply and devoutly committed to that. There is no stopping you, okay? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 major arcana on the board. Major life-changing decisions happening here, okay? Anything else my collective needs to know? And this is the last time through this deck. We'll run out the bottom. Anything else? They're saying no. So you're trusting in life once you decide to go ahead and push off to be alone, to push away from either your parents or this toxic situation where you guys are just not able to communicate, you're not able to converse correctly. So you're going to go and process everything through a deeper connection, through self, through source, through your spiritual connection, okay? This is like very optimistic trust in life and trust in your new beginning, that you're just kind of taking this blind leap of faith. This is where I got to go. Speaking of faith, it's like a spiritual connection on other levels. Like it deepens your religious connection. It deepens your connection to community. It deepens your connection to your faith. It deepens your connection to more traditional values for some of you. For others of you, this is a return to the marriage based on you doing this healing journey quite effectively, okay? For others of you, whenever you go off and you decide to scrap the whole thing and go into a rebuild stage, it doesn't always mean I want a divorce, I want out. It just means like, let's just reboot. And I mean, if you guys have made it all the way to Emperor and Empress, you are very well established. Very well established. This is like, you know, kids, mortgage, debt, deep roots. You may have a business together, for crying out loud. And I mean, it's deep, it's big. It's a big investment of one another to each other, where you are suffering immensely. There is an inability to get along. There's all kinds of heartbreak. There's all kinds of regret. There's all kinds of disappointment. It's sinking into pessimism and confrontation. They're very defensive, emotional pain, lots of hurt, sorrow. Things are being said that you don't mean. The cause and effect is, boom, tower this down. Let's just completely start from the studs, right? Stripping the whole thing down to the studs and rebuild it. Down to the studs, right here. Going on this soul searching journey. This may bring you back, right? We've got 2 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. You're at a crossroads. This is a decision when you reach this point. Do I go with this or do I go with that, right? This is an indecision, and you're weighing a lot of options. You might be avoiding the decision a little bit here with that Two of Swords because it is so conflicting. But the Chariot is here saying that your movement forward and your progress out of the stagnation is the exact right move. This is willpower. This is control over the situation through you making forward movement. Chariot energy, Taurus energy, Aries energy, Virgo showing up here. Libra showing up to your own reading. Love it. Earth energy and strong Aries energy out here twice. So definitely have the gumption, right, to pull yourself out of this enough to want to start over. But like, this is a very successful move for you. Here comes the Devil card. There's that Two of Wands, Two of Swords to the Two of Wands, right? Lots of determination, willpower, and control is coming from you focusing on your shadow self here, right? You have looked at things that were destructive, maybe attachments, obsessions, temptations, addictions, things that were not contributing, whether it be on your person's part, your parents' part, but there was something here that was very toxic, and it absolutely required you to make this decision to have forward progress and momentum away from this situation, because that is something where you have to leave home, right? Or make travel plans to push away from some things, quite literally traveling away. Ten of Wands. This is a burden. This is a lot of extra responsibility, a lot of hard work to have to figure this out, right? But this decision here is going to get you away from this mental entrapment to the victorious success and the equality and the balance and the fairness you're looking at, whether it be with your person, whether it be with your relationship with your parents, or whether it be through your spiritual connection. But I have a feeling you guys are kind of like figuring it out through your soul's journey, that you're capable of finding a way to make it work through the energy of understanding what needs to be in the situation and what doesn't need to be in the situation. But it takes time to kind of pull away from a situation to kind of understand what all is going on, right? You can't think clearly when you're in the middle of chaos, and you can't get your spiritual connection and your downloads and your meditative advice if you have constant noise in your ear, or you're replaying situations over and over again, right? And when you're going through this feeling of defensiveness and sadness and heartbreak, and it feels like I'm just stuck in this revolving play over and over again of what's been happening, and pulling away and finding your isolation may be exactly what you needed to be able to catapult you back into the commitment where you're finding out that the best decision is to have victory and success by focusing on shadow self, overcoming those temptations, obstacles, obsessions, all of that, the addictions, everything, making that choice to move away from all of the burdens, right? All of the hard work, all of the extra efforts that you've been putting where they don't belong. This is a very clear decision here, right? We're being very, you're setting very clear boundaries. You're being very direct, very clear-minded, very honest and open. Honest and open about all of the negative thoughts, about all of the victim mentality, everything that's been self-imposed upon you, all of these self-imposed restrictions that you have put upon yourself by tolerating certain behaviors, or maybe acting out of character because of a situation not being able to be made clear, right? When you're in the mess, you can't see straight. And then if you're being constantly under attack and duress and stress, then you start to kind of swipe out, right? People will swipe out. You got celestial events going on, the stress of the situation, personalities melding. It's difficult. It's really difficult. And then the stress of life on top of everything else, it's very difficult. But I find that once you get away and make that truth to honestly look at what has been restricting you, and you get out of your own head, because this here is a very Libra energy. It does have the Gemini symbol up there, but that's about overthinking and putting yourself in this mental prison because your self-imposed restrictions and your victim mentality. It's like living in a state of lack, basically. So pulling away from that, look, we've got 6 here. 6 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, getting a lot of victory, progress, right? Self-confidence. We're giving and we're receiving. Everything is balanced. It's equal. It feels fair. It feels really harmonious once again. Look at this. fast movement, once that action is made, once you have that realization and that understanding, and you make this decision to remove yourself from this state of mind, Ten of Cups, happiness, divine love, harmony, peace, joy, Ace of Pentacles, living your best life, right? Abundance, manifestations are coming true. There's all kinds of opportunities starts rolling in. Wheel of Fortune, good luck, karmic cycles of life, turning point, right? The wheel is finally turning back in your favor. The wheel turns back in your favor. Look at these two wheels. Boom, boom. The wheels are rolling, right? It just, once that happens, it starts to quickly move into your joy and abundance. But you have to get yourself out of your mental prison. You have to get yourself out of that mental prison. This journey where you go off and you do that soul searching and you do your healing is a very deep understanding about what you've been hanging on to and what needs to be released. Okay? What needs to be released and moved away from. Okay? Okay. Good, good, good. I love it. We're going to look at beach time soul. Get over here. Beach time soul. Let's look at the beach time soul love oracle. Thank you, spirit guides and guardians. What else do you have to say? What is the outcome here? Give me an outcome using some oracle. When my collective gets back from their healing journey, what is the outcome? Thank you, spirit guides and guardians. Yes, you're taking a chance. Big risk, right? It's a big risk to move back towards the commitment. It's a big risk to go back towards these situations. You've got options. You're being very strategic about figuring everything out. The willpower is there. The want is there to have a deep understanding of what's going on, truly. What else does my collective need to know? What's the outcome on this, please? Yeah. Separation is out here. So this is you pulling things away. So it's a big risk for you to pull away from this, right? Coffee cup is also coming out. And that time when you are apart and you're thinking about your person and you're in that yearning and missing them phase, you start to feel uplifted at the thoughts and the memories. You're kind of looking at the moment as an opportunity to be able to help you move forward. Seduction is out here. So there's a lot of attraction between you both. It feels superficial though, because the love is bigger. It's unconditional love, self-love. Lots of attraction, obviously. Heartbroken. Heartbroken over the separation. Heartbroken over the loss, over any lost time with one another. What else does my collective need to know last time through this deck? We got date. Date here, and not today. So the not today is not dealing with the hurt, right? So the heartbroken around the date and the love feels like somebody may still feel like they need a little bit of coercion. So setting a date to get back out there, to kind of get that conversation going again, it might be resisted a little bit, but somebody's kind of holding on to the pain here, stabbed in the back, coffin. But we go into this healing heart energy, and then wedding rings and abundance, okay? Talking, right? So it feels a lot like the pain is very real, okay? This Five of Cups, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Wands sitting right between the Emperor and the Empress. This is a very big deal. It hurt a lot. There was very painful things said. There was a lot of things that were done that were out of love and not through love, right? It was done in a way to hurt one another. And it's painful to have to move past that and to have to build up the trust again. There is a possibility of, if somebody was unfaithful or if somebody was extremely hurtful in the situation, it's difficult to move past that. So your person or you may have to be very gentle and very kind, right? This is about really being present with the opportunity to very successfully understand what those old cycles are, the comprehension and the understanding together of what we're not going to do anymore and what should be done going forward, and then the implications of carrying that out so everybody feels like very on the level, right? That everybody's going to uphold their level of commitment to this, and it's going to bring back the trust to the commitment. It's going to bring back the trust to the relationships here, whether it be with your parents, whether it be with your significant other, whether it be with your divine partner. This is a trust building because of all of the hurt and all of the pain, right? And it seems like somebody may not just be like, woohoo, you're back, yay. Because things have been painful. Hurtful things were said, hurtful things were done. It was very, very, the justice to the tower. I mean, that's major. That's life-changing. That's almost like somebody was pretty much either in a divorce or seriously moving forward with a divorce, or, you know, probably talking to lawyers, you know, that's a possibility. But then we just V-lined away from that and moved into a healing journey individually, where a lot of deep soul searching was done. And so somebody may be taking a risk and taking that leap of faith to just try to bring back what I've learned, right? I've learned this on my healing journey. What do you think? What do you think, right? And then the other person, if they're still holding on to the pain, they may be resistant. But eventually I do see somebody coming around, and I do see them agreeing that it does sound like a good idea. But if somebody hasn't done the healing that you have done, then it may take them a minute to get there. All right? We can't just present an idea and expect somebody to be on board, especially whenever we've been through 7 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and the 5 of Cups. People are going to be naturally resistant to what you say based on things you've already said, right? So be gentle, be sympathetic, be empathetic. These will be very helpful in allowing the connection to be truly discussed in a very clear way. Okay. Let's look at some Kepler. We're at 22. Was that? Oh, it was 2233. I thought it was 2222. I was about to squeal. Kepler, real quick. We'll find out what Kepler wants to say. Privileged lady. How Libra. All right, what does Kepler want to say? What else? Thank you. All right. Occupation. At the bottom, we've got poverty and imprisonment. So, to whom it may concern, occupation, pathway, great fortune. So, a privileged lady may be trying to get out of poverty. Watch out that it does not lead to imprisonment, okay? Occupation and hard work may be a better pathway to your great fortune. And that's what the Kepler tells me. Man, it's been super interesting lately what it's been throwing out there. It put out concern, message, and then message of concern, and then thief all came out. I was like, we may want to pay attention to this. This looks a little serious. We've got duplications of the same message. All right, I'm going to shake the Magic 8. Do y'all remember the Magic 8 ball? I'm going to shake the Magic 8. With that Magic 8 Oracle. That'd be fun. I remember hanging out in Spencer's, seeing things I shouldn't have seen way too early. But I love the Magic 8 ball. I wanted one so bad. We never got one. I just got to play with it at the store. Thought it would give me all the answers. It was like my first tarot deck, right? Actually, the little paper thing that you made in school, that's kind of like my first tarot. All right. What do we have? What do we have? Ooh, two stubborn people, right? Two very stubborn people are being way too one-sided. It's my way and not your way. My way, not your way. Yeah. Yeah, we're mirroring one another. Mirroring one another. It was, look, this obsessed, non-committal feels so back and forth, right? I want this, I don't want this, I want this, I don't want this. One or both of you could have been spying on each other whenever you were in separation, if that's the case. It could have been your parents spying on you to come up with this information, to be able to try and, you know, come at you to tell you what you're doing wrong. For some of you, take that as it resonates. Yeah, we've got fear of change. Need to speak up about these karmic issues because somebody is in their head, right? That's that Eight of Swords. In their head, overthinking. Outlook looks good. Reunion is coming with somebody with good intentions, okay? I love the Magic 8. It's been interesting. It's been really fun. So it does look like there's been this kind of, that's a basic recap of our reading, right? Outlook is good. So we need to speak up about these karmic issues, about issues of, you know, self-victimization, the self-imposed restrictions, this lack mentality, this feeling of mental entrapment, and then overthinking a situation. Like communication, clear communication would help with overthinking so much, so very much, right? Okay, where are we at? 26. I'm gonna run through the cosmic insights once. One time. Ooh. Strange shuffling. There we go. All right, collective. Let's find out what the karmic insights wants to say. What does karmic insights have to say? Thank you, spirit guides. Take that one too. Fire sign. Confession. Somebody may be coming through to tell you something that they've had on their mind. We've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We've got move on and moving. Okay, move on and moving. So there's a big possible confession. Maybe there's a fire sign involved again. Take what fits, throw out the rest. But this is about moving on from the past, right? Figuring out what doesn't serve you anymore. Changing the situation up. Moving away from old behaviors and old patterns. This is going to help you so much. Communicate. Communicate, communicate, communicate. This has got to be a way that you have got to figure out how to communicate with one another more clearly. Compromise, forgiving, working it out, right? Manifesting a commitment. You guys are manifesting a commitment. I believe that there's a hyper focus towards what you both want, and it's towards one another, okay? Towards a reunion, towards figuring out how to communicate, towards this connection, okay? Water signs. They'll be back. Yes. Honeymoon. Honeymoon. Give it time. And the spy card again. So heavy spying energy. If you guys were in separation, then somebody was definitely watching you. Even if y'all had each other blocked for any particular reason, then there was still some way somebody was finding a way to watch and looking on you. But this is about all that time you guys take to figure things out, to figure out how to communicate, to really focus on getting back to that honeymoon phase where you guys were so good with each other, or about possibly attending someone's wedding if you're dealing with your parents over here. It says they'll be back. We've got commitment and honeymoon on here. That's big. That's a big deal. Big deal, right? Okay, outlook is good. The Magic 8 Ball said. All right, it's a pretty quick reading. I love it. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and playing along. I hope this helped, resonated in some way. Be sure and hit me up for a personal reading if you would like a more one-on-one connection. They have been magical. It's 33 for 20 minutes and 77 for an hour, but I've been going over because my books are pretty loose for now. So get in while you fit in. All of your likes, your comments, your subscribes, all helps me to attune, so hopefully I can pick up on a situation you're experiencing based on that energetic connectivity for these general collective readings. All of those other sites I do readings on as well and do my posts. That is another way for us to connect. Be sure and check those out. That is all in the description box in my link tree, as well as all the decks that I use that are available for purchase and a closer look online because they are beautiful. Okay, that's everybody. That's everything. Thank you all so much for tuning in and playing along. I so appreciate it. Big, big, big love, all my subscribers. I know I'm picking up on your energy for sure. So thank you all so much. Love, light, positive vibes. I will see you all as soon as possible. Take care.